Welcome, everyone, to Music Junkies, a podcast about people sharing extraordinary stories about how music has impacted their lives.
Welcome, everyone, to Music Junkies. I'm your host, Annette Smith, and we have our special guest tonight is Bob, and then he brought a friend. Apparently, it's his co-host, Miles, right? Miles, tell me a little bit about yourself, Miles. I'm just kidding. You guys have been doing a show for 22 years already, which is pretty crazy to be in
something
this
like
industry. And I love your podcast. It's super entertaining.
Oh my God, you listen to it? Oh my Lord.
I love it. It's like
oh
full
my
of comedy.
God.
And
I'm glad you didn't listen to this week's show.
I haven't listened to it yet, but now I'm going to have to get off and listen to it for sure. But I love how you guys run the podcast about strange and funny things that happen in your own personal lives. So welcome to the show, Bob and Miles. I appreciate you guys being here today.
Well, Miles, tell about yourself. You talk
let's
a little
hear a little bit about you.
Yeah, hello, Jennifer. This is Miles, and I co-host this thing called Static Radio, and basically it's an idea that Bob stole from somebody, and he claims that he thought of it, but
your name's not Jennifer, is it? By the way,
I was gonna say something, but I was gonna let him finish, and then I was gonna say, who the fuck is Jennifer? Miles, already it's not
this is like
off on a good foot here.
This is like the worst blind date I've ever been. Man, it's the worst.
I know. At least you get to see me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, believe me, if you saw us, you'd be like, click, turn this off.
Yucky. Swipe left. Yeah.
The dog's barking here.
Keep going. Want to know a little bit? So Bob's ripped off the show from somebody else.
We started on college radio at Southern Illinois University a little bit, and then we graduated. I really didn't think I'd ever hear from this nut job again. And he calls me up. He says, "Hey, I got this kooky idea. Let's do this thing." I'm like, "Okay." I have no idea what podcasting is. I don't even know if it had a name. He's just like, "I don't even know what this is."
It didn't at the time. So anyway.
So 100 years later, we're still doing it. I'm like, man, this is so weird. Gosh,
I love it. It's fun. You guys sound like you have a good time together, a good banter.
We do.
Which all good podcasts have. So Miles, I don't know if I have very many of your songs, but Bob, I'm going to ask you, what was your experience putting your playlist together? Obviously, having a radio show, you are both, tons of music, I'm assuming, most of the time. So you put your playlist.
No, actually not.
Really?
Miles is way into music more than I am. Let me tell you a little secret, Annette, or Jennifer, whatever you'd like to be called. He had his whole CD collection alphabetized at one point, real neurotically, with a yellow notepad written out with everything.
I did. I
was like, what are you doing? What kind of life are you leading? Who does this?
I did. Yes, I did.
He had little radio. If you can imagine, prior to iTunes, it was iTunes on a legal notepad. With iTunes, it makes sense. It's easy. You click a few things.
Right.
It all makes sense. He's cross selections, flip to page 5 to see how this album relates to other albums. I'm like, what are you doing with your life?
This is so true. This is 100% true.
And then he had children, and I said, this is going to be totally fucked in 2 minutes as soon as these grubby kids get their hands on it.
What was your first CD starting with A that you had on the list?
Oh gosh, that goes back. I used to have.
Well, wait, tell her what happened to your system. It got fucked, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I had close to about 300 at one point, but then I had kids, and then they ruined them all. But, so I don't know. I couldn't even tell you at this point.
Well, I can tell you that he does the first 3 songs of the list are his.
Okay.
I told him, I said, come up with about a half a dozen songs. He gives me 3.
No, this lying son of a bitch. He's like, okay, come up with 2 or 3 songs tops. All right. I'm like, oh, okay.
Let me go
you
find
know,
the email or something.
and
Yeah,
then this jackass is like, oh, that's fine. And he's got like 20 songs on this thing. I'm like, you lying son of a bitch.
I
You know,
can't.
the
I
first time
can't. I just can't deal with it. I told him
He's
what I
trying to
needed, and
steal
then he
the
didn't
show
do it.
with the songs. So
He's all
I'm
like-
gonna play a song, and then you guys are gonna tell me who it is, and then you're gonna tell me whose song it is and why
Okay.
your story behind it. And it's
Oh,
just gonna
okay.
be Russian roulette, really. So
Oh my
The
Do you
god.
know
first
the warm
one
progress under the stars?
is
Do you know
Jim
we
Morrison,
exist?
the American Prayer.
Have you forgotten the keys?
no, don't, oh my God, don't start with this one, please. Don't.
Yeah, we're starting. So is
Uh,
this Miles or is this
Yeah.
Bob?
No,
Okay.
this is Miles. This is
All
Miles.
right, Miles, take me back. Why do you love this song so much? What does it mean to
It-
you?
It's the whole album, and it's An American Prayer by the Doors, and it's kind of poetry set to music, and it's, I said, more of an adult oriented album, if you will, with some of the themes that are explored in it. And so in high school, I was like really into the Doors. Like no one else liked the Doors. This is like the mid '80s, and everyone hated the Doors except me. And there was this girl I really liked. Like she had, her locker was like right next to mine. Right? I'm like, oh man.
I bet her name was Jennifer.
Her name was Jennifer. It was coincident. No. And I go, hey, I know a cool way to get with this girl. I go, hey, let's be kooky and like exchange like your favorite songs and my favorite stuff. We'll just do that. Right. So I give her this, the tape cassettes. That's how old I am. It was a cassette. I gave her my cassette, and she gives me Adam Ant. Okay.
Goody two, goody two, goody
Yeah.
two.
So I listened to it. I'm like, this sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah, this was bad. Right. So a week later, she gives back my tape. She goes, oh, yeah, that was real interesting, Miles. I'm like, oh, you liked it? Yeah. She goes, yeah, me and my whole family listened to it.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's, I don't say it's dirty, but it's got some adult themes once again that
It's probably not
like,
something that, a dad sitting there.
Could you describe some of these adult themes? I don't know,
Just
like
but I've listened to all of it.
SEX, things like that, and
So
Yeah.
let's just say you didn't.
You just said fuck, and then you spell X.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how
So
Debbie is here. So
there was no date then.
No, I actually. The funny part too was that didn't work, and then like my brother's wedding was coming up, so I go, man, I'd like to have her as my plus one. Like, oh, that'd be awesome. And so like I wrote her a note, like, hey, would you like to, go out, And she's like, gets it back to me. She's like, no, yeah, thanks, but no.
A big no.
And like later on, like many years later, I told my wife this, and she's like, you asked her out with a note? She goes, were you in junior high? I go, no, I was like a junior in high school, actually. I was like,
Well, you spelled sex tonight, so
Yeah.
yeah, I know. It made sense. But anyway, it's kind of a long story, which is not that funny, I guess. But man, it was, what I'm saying? Like you thought you were being cool, and then it's like, oh.
What kind of paper was it written on?
Well, it was tear stained after she returned it. I will tell you.
It was a Wrigley spearmint gum wrapper.
Although you won't believe me, but her actually last name was Fox, actually.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Jennifer Fox.
You asked out Samantha Fox?
Samantha Fox. Well, that was a different.
This, is
No.
a lot. This sounds made up.
Yeah, no, I know. I wish it was, but that's my terrible life. I know. I was like, God. And it was never to be. It was never to be.
Right. So I'm gonna say this might be Bob's song, but we're just it's Russian roulette.
Never know. Never know. Oh. Intergalactic. Oh, that's mine, yeah.
Is that you, Bob? Empty glass.
That's me, Empty Glass, Pete Townsend, yeah.
I love it.
It's a
So
super depressing song.
We're gonna go relive all your guys' childhood memories and anything else you can enjoy.
So, Annette, I was at my lowest point in my life ever.
East, here we go.
I was so depressed that I turned to Pete Townsend, which means today means a lot more than it used to.
I whacked it to Pete Townsend. Yeah.
That's aggressive whack.
Oh my goodness. No, it was a depressing song, and at the time I was depressed. It was probably I don't think it was new. I can't remember. Do you have any idea? Does it tell you the date when these things came out?
No.
Oh,
But
okay.
probably early, I don't know.
It was early 80s, I think.
Yeah.
What was
Anyway,
going up in your life?
What was that?
What was so bad in your life that you had to listen to Pete Townsend?
Oh, it was troubles with women mostly.
Oh,
Let's hear a couple stories with the give me a couple examples of the troubles you've had with women.
Oh, you want? I was going to say this specific. Really, I was recently listening to this because one, I was rejected by a girl who lived down the street. She was very friendly. We used to talk a lot, but that was about it. And so then I was just, crushed.
yeah.
That I was good enough to talk to, but not good enough to go out with at the time. I don't think I was even driving yet at that point, but.
So you asked her out on a date and she just said no?
I don't even know if I actually asked her on a date. I think we just hung out and she told me to get rid of me. She's like, by the way, I'm going to go with this good boyfriend of mine named Mike or something. And then she kind of ditched me. And I'm like, oh, Pete Townsend, if only I was older, I could be an alcoholic like you.
Was it your friend Mark? It wasn't your friend Mark.
No, it wasn't my friend Mark. Okay. I will tell you, I've never lost a woman to Mark.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I used to listen to it, and then I live close to the highway. This is the most depressing thing. I live close to the highway, and I would walk over to the highway, and then I don't know if you're familiar with the interstate system here in the United States.
No,
but they have all these overpasses. And you can walk up the overpass and sit between the lanes of traffic where it's safe on the overpass. And I used to sit up there and listen to music. It was just kind of the weirdest thing because people aren't supposed to be there, necessarily. So, but yeah, it was very depressing. I went up there to be depressed and listen to Pete Townsend and listen to this song and think, oh, gee, woe is me.
Woe is me. What were you like, Bob, in high school?
Let me think. What was I like?
Hey, tell her the time you zipped up your dick in your zipper.
Yeah,
I was out of high school at that point.
Oh.
It was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was just the other day. Thank you for reminding me.
That means you might need to manscape.
I need to get some kind of skin graft, I think. No, I was a fairly quiet person, I think. All in all, fairly quiet person. I was bright, but not bright enough. And, actually much more quiet than I am these days. So
yeah. You ever do
if
anything
you listen
bad
to this, you would not think that was me. What's that?
You ever do anything bad in high school that you got caught for?
Oh, no. Oh, I mean, just usual stuff. Not anything that was too outlandish that I can remember.
He stole stuff.
We stole a lot of things, me and my friends. We would break a lot of things. We would, but my one friend learned how to, this was pre-internet days, learned how to break into lockers with the master locks. And so we would unlock people's lockers and take everything out of it and then put other people's stuff in the locker that we took stuff out of and on and on. It was a lot of fun, but not really productive, I would say, overall.
And Miles, you listened to the Doors lots growing up in high school. So were you like a lonely kid in high school, or did you have lots of friends? Or
I pretty much regularly got beat up every day up until my senior year, I guess. So yeah.
What happened in your senior year that made it so you wouldn't get beat up?
Yeah, I was in a horrific car accident. I had to walk.
Oh,
to the
that's
scene,
right.
and
That's
everyone
right.
felt sorry for me, and they quit beating me up. Yeah.
They took pity on him.
Not today, Miles. Not today.
Yeah. He
Not
about
no, I
died or
don't.
whatever. Yeah.
I used to wear like grungy clothes before grunge, like
Yeah.
the
You're just
t-shirt. And
dirty.
That's just because your
yeah.
mom didn't love you.
Oh, come on now. Come on now. I was
You're
I was the dessert. I'm the youngest of six.
Yeah, I was
Wow.
gonna say we're both the
I'm the
youngest, and
dessert.
so we were treated like shit.
6
Yeah.
kids. Oh my God. 6
Yeah.
siblings. That's a lot.
Yeah. My brother listened to all this cool music all the time. He doing acid and smoking dope and stuff, and he Rush and whatever else he was listening to at the time. Zeppelin, and
So did
so
he
yeah.
influence your music taste?
Yeah, he did. Those songs are not on my list, by the way,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But yeah, he really listened to some really good stuff, and he had like a really cool car stereo. I mean, he spent like tons of money on it. It was like awesome.
That's
I
why
remember
he
those
can't
days.
remember who his relatives are now.
Well, he did indulge a little. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, but
All right, next song. Ready,
He
guys?
listens to that. He'll say, "No, I didn't."
All right. I feel like there's a good story with Valerie loves me.
You're gonna see a
Valerie's
pattern.
dancing.
You're gonna hear. You're gonna discover a little pattern to these stories as we go along.
Okay, I'm excited. So whose song
Okay.
is that? Is that yours, Miles?
Yes, that's Material Issue, and I discovered them in college, and that was probably their biggest hit, probably that song right there. And coincidentally, I lived by myself in this apartment building, and down below was like the offices, and like the manager was this beautiful, absolutely beautiful woman named Valerie, right? And she was like a married woman, but I would like make every excuse to go down there and be in there, like, hey, does anyone need a window open or anything? Or
I can open a jar if you need it. You can open a
yeah,
jar.
I can do anything. Your car looks dirty. Can I wash the dead bugs off it or something? Oh my goodness! Did you ever see her?
I would not describe Valerie as the most beautiful woman.
Oh, come on.
She was a very nice looking woman, but not the most beautiful woman. No.
I felt bad though, because one time she must have felt sorry for me, because she's like, come out to my car because I got some of my husband's old shirts and I want to give them to you. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's weird.
Right?
That's kind
Well,
of
no,
scary.
it gets
I would
weirder.
have put the stink of my husband on you.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. The weird part was, like, we were walking up these stairs, right? It was morning time, and like the sun was like starting to really like get bright, and like she was wearing like this dress in front of me,
Oh man.
and like I could almost like pretty much see, pretty much the goods. I'm like, oh my god, and she's like, wow, you can't see through my dress, can you? I'm like, no, not really, not much. I lied. I totally lied.
Not much.
Totally lied.
Not really. Not much.
But
I mean, a little.
But
You got a sketch pad?
yeah. So Bob knew my infatuation with this woman, so he made up a
Yes.
song called "Valerie's Husband."
Yeah.
Instead
Because
of
Valerie's husband was gonna get him.
because he was like the football coach, like the assistant football coach of the university.
Bob, can you sing a little bit of the song?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Miles was dancing in the room above her head again. And he wants to come downstairs. I could be making this up right now. Valerie's husband, and then the whole dun, 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 is the chasing
Yeah.
him. He's chasing him. Dun, 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 dun.
So you
That's
Yeah.
what I recall.
you never tap Valerie then.
Oh my goodness.
That did not happen. No, that
I'm
did not.
surprised you use that language in that. Come on.
So Miles, are you
Like-
married?
Yes.
Okay. How long?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That's shit. It might be 30 years this year. Shit.
30 years.
It might be. Yeah.
Oh
shit.
my goodness.
Oh,
How'd you
God.
meet your wife?
She's in shock.
I met her through a friend at a different university, and one thing led to another, ice flows, you know.
So how long did
Shotgun
it
wedding.
take you to sleep with your wife when you first date to sleeping together?
Oh my goodness, what a question.
It was soon, very soon. Yes.
A day, 4 hours?
It wasn't 4 hours. No, I'm a
Three?
little bit of a slow starter. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
probably. I don't know. It was a day or two. I'd come up there for the weekend. So yeah, it was
What?
good
Wow,
time.
what?
Good time. Yeah,
I love
I'm
it.
gonna send this link to your kids.
I don't care. I don't care.
What
Whatever,
is
dude.
one, Miles? What's one thing that your wife wishes you would do more of? You're supposed to say the top thing that comes to your mind too. So that thing that you're
Oh, he
thinking
thought about it. Who's supposed
Yeah.
to say it?
I didn't want to say cunnilingus.
I knew you were gonna
Why
say
not?
it. I knew you were gonna say that.
You
No,
have
I
to
don't
say
know.
it.
No, I don't know. I'm kind of a
Probably
slob. I don't know.
acknowledge your presence.
That's right.
She's my sugar mama, so I probably could make more money. I guess I don't know. I don't know.
Bob, are you
I-
married?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. 35 years as well, or?
Yeah, no, it'd be, let me think here. Yeah, no, it'd be 30 years this year. Yeah.
Wow, I'm impressed, you guys. Good for you.
Yeah, 30 years.
Gonna be my 23rd on
Get out of town.
Oh no!
on St.
What are
Patrick's
you?
Day.
Child bride?
I'm probably just as old as you. I just
Is your husband Jerry Lee Lewis? What's going on with this?
do it. Plays guitar. Right. No
Cool.
piano for that guy yet.
Jerry
Cool.
Lee.
Jerry Lee. Okay,
Don't
ready?
worry. Don't worry. She's 15. I mean, she's really 13. Whatever.
All right. Who loves this song? Whose song
Oh.
is it? Is it Bob's?
Was that my Sharona?
My Sharona?
The Knack, get the Knack. Yes,
Right.
that was actually the first. It was a cassette, first album, but it's a cassette album that I ever purchased.
Really? That's
Yes,
awesome.
1979, I believe. Yeah, which is a while ago. I loved it. I loved My Sharona, and went out and purchased it and played the crap out of it, and had all the songs and everything memorized. Good Girls Don't, but I Do is a good song.
Yeah.
I never heard that one until I bought the album, but My Sharona was the opener, what do you want to call it? That was the one that I heard on the radio. I said, oh, I got to go get that. So Doug Feig, right? Is his name Doug Feig?
What
He's
was
the
your
lead
first
singer.
concert you ever been to?
Oh, I haven't been to many concerts because I don't like crowds. But the first one I went to, I'm trying to think now. That's a good question. I went to a few. I don't know which one was the first, but it's probably Def Leppard or
Okay.
George Thorogood. One
That'd
of
be
those
good.
two. It was a state fair kind of situation.
Yeah.
So.
What about you, Miles? What was your first concert you ever been to?
More like not having to go with your mom and dad. You mean more like
Oh, whatever. Your
Where'd
very
you go with your mom and dad?
Yeah.
Well, no, we'd go like these crappy state fairs, and there'd be like Elvis impersonators, and there was like
Oh my
Jerry
gosh.
Reed.
Oh, you went to see Jerry Reed? Really? Wow.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was like sick or something. He's like, I don't feel
They got
good.
the gold mine and I got
I
the
got
shaft.
No, I did. My favorite concert, though, kind of not answering the question, was BB King.
Oh, that'd be
really?
really cool.
Absolutely the best concert I've ever been to.
I
hands
bet.
down.
Now I got to tell you a story about musicians and almosts. Miles and I almost got to bowl with They Might Be Giants, but we didn't go. But our friends went bowling with They Might Be Giants in college. Can you believe it?
It's kind of weird.
I really wish we would have gone now, but
It's like a
think I
regret.
was-
A regret. Now you guys regret it.
yes. Yeah.
Right? Gotta live
I
with
didn't.
should haves.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was invited to that. Oh.
Well,
You might want to start putting things in your calendar.
it was
now.
Meredith and Eddie Munster got the bowl. with
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Mhm. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I can't tell that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Bob, do you have any pet peeves?
Oh, what? How long is this thing? How long is this show?
Oh, I quit.
Give me
I'm
two.
done.
Give me two.
Well, just recently, I've had this for a very long time, but I don't know if it would be considered a pet peeve, but I can't eat things that have other things come out of them. If you listen to a recent show, like I don't like jelly donuts or eclairs or stuffed pork chops or anything like that. I can't stand things coming out of other things. What?
It just seems weird. It's all kind of like jelly semen kind of stuff. So I'm asking.
I don't know what
semen
you've been around, but no, it is. I don't know if it's a pet peeve so much as I just don't. Yeah, I don't like that. It's not a fear, which he implies in the show that we recorded. It's not that at all. I don't like to be surprised when I'm biting into something.
Okay, stop right there. Tell me that's not weird. Man. Tell me that is not like some mental illness. Oh my god.
There used to be a stuff called Freshen Up gum. I don't know if you had that up there in the Great White North.
It's like blasted, just like.
Yes, I cannot. Oh my lord, that is just shocking. I cannot take that kind of. That's not for me.
Wow. So you're 100% straight then.
You know, the Twinkie tells you, if you look at the bottom of a Twinkie before you eat it, it says there's something in there, right? I can't have anything that doesn't tell me that something's in there. Yeah, I don't like that.
So you like to be prepared.
Fully and completely prepared, yes. And then this week we talked about panhandling, and I cannot stand to be panhandled in any way, shape, or form. Even if people really need it, it really pisses me off. People panhandle me.
Where's the worst place you've traveled to that there was some panhandling?
I got panhandled in Paris.
Is it pretty bad there?
On the street. Yeah, they would steal people's luggage and then sit on them like they were like destitute or lost or something. And then they would ask for money in Paris. Bonjour, bonjour. Bonjour.
Oh, that would infuriate.
I don't know. Are you French Canadian? Do you speak French?
No, I'm Icelandic.
Okay. You're Icelandic?
I am.
Really?
Yeah.
I've been to Reykjavik, but only for a couple hours in a layover.
Yeah, I love it. It's beautiful. We were just there.
Can you speak Icelandic? Can you speak it?
No.
Oh, okay. It's a very tough language to learn.
Miles, pet peeves. Do you like things that squirt in your mouth?
Maybe. No, I just thought that was weird. He just got all weird with it. I'm like, I was just eating some sandwich. He's like, oh, there's something gross in your sandwich. No, I was just actually thinking about pet peeves the other day because I was going to do this story next week about how my wife sent me to a not a beauty shop, but like I can't think what you call it. Kind of, like lady store where they, you dye your hair and all that crap. And I was in line. I was like first one in line, and I get bumped by a freaking DoorDash person.
How do you get bumped by a DoorDash person?
Yeah, it seems.
I don't know. This lady pulls up in this nice Camaro. She jumps out. She walks in. She goes, "Oh, are you with DoorDash?" I'm like, "No." She goes, "Oh, okay." Right.
Move over, fatso. Here comes the DoorDash.
Yeah. Then this clerk comes up, and I totally get bumped. Like, "Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're gonna do DoorDash people first."
Really? I will tell you. I don't trust DoorDash. I don't trust them.
I don't either. I don't.
Every time I've seen a DoorDash person, they always go to the bathroom before they get your food, and they probably got shit hands.
Yeah. No, not eating the DoorDash food if they're doing that. That makes me sick. All right, next song. Ready?
Yeah.
Listen. This is Miles. What would you call it? His no, it's I put this down, but it's Miles' signature. He always walks into rooms with this playing because he wants to be. Yeah, he dresses like that a lot.
Oh, I wanna know your name now, baby.
I love this one. Dead or Alive, right? You spend me right down.
Guilty pleasure. I like that stuff.
Yeah. Man. What's the lead singer's name? I can't remember his name now. Dang.
Google it. So what's your favorite 80s frontman in a band? If you could be him for a day.
Ooh. If I could be at one 80s frontman in a band for the day. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, boy, that's a tough question because there's so many good ones.
I know.
I don't want to sound, homophobic or anything, but
we already know you don't like things in your mouth, so it's fine. We're okay.
Yeah, good thing I put that out there first. The I don't think it would be whoever this guy is, who I can't remember his name now.
No.
But I think I would be, I can't think of his name either, but the lead singer for The Fix.
Oh,
What's
really?
his name? Yeah, I love The Fix. And we have a friend, Manny the Mailman, who has gone to see The Fix about a bazillion times. So if The Fix can have that kind of hold on a mailman, can you imagine what it would be? What's that?
He likes Squeeze, doesn't he? I thought he was in the Squeeze.
Oh, maybe it's Squeeze then. Dang.
Yeah, I don't think he's in The Fix.
That was The Fix. Anyway,
Yeah.
It's still The Fix because is that's one thing leads to another, right? That's The Fix, isn't it?
Yeah.
Saved by Zero. Yeah.
Yeah, The Fix. I'll go with The Fix. I can't remember the guy's
Right.
name though. I'll have to look it up now.
Good
Miles,
song.
who's
Did you
your-
say his name?
No, I don't know his name.
No,
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
Sorry.
Miles, who would you be for one day? 80s lead singer.
Wow.
These are tough questions.
Was In Excess in the 80s or the 90s?
I'd
little
say
bit of
it's
both.
like late 80s.
I'd say yeah, because I've been like listening to that album a lot. Is it called Kick or something? I forget what it's called. But
Cyril
Who was-
Kernan is the lead singer for The Fix. Sorry.
I was on the tip of my tongue.
Who is it? You're gonna say Michael Hutchins?
Yeah.
So
You
why?
just want to say that's what you need. That's all you go. It's what you need. It's what you need.
Because when I die, I want to die just like he did. I thought that'd be cool. Man.
You've almost died a million times.
Yeah. No, he's just a great singer. No, he had some great songs and stuff. It was like, oh man.
Yeah, he is.
Good
All right,
singer.
next song. Ready? I don't know who.
Yeah.
Done. Hey, who is that Miles? Is that yours?
That's me. Okay, now this has nothing to do with trying to date a woman or a girl or anything. So
Really?
I'm gonna break my chain here at this point, and
This has to do with some intimate blisters that he had.
things squirting and no, and I was at the college that I got kicked out of. Before I got kicked out, I guess I was there, and we're so old, like we were doing mixtapes and stuff, and I was kind of meeting all these crazy people from Chicago. I was kind of like from like more of the farming community a little bit, and so I was meeting like all these Chicago people and stuff, and someone's like, oh yeah, well yeah, I got this tape, I want you to dupe it for me or something. Like, okay, whatever. And I had no idea, and the sound came on, I'm like, what the hell is this? I'm like, God damn it, what is this? I think the singer sounds like a cat being drowned or something. I go, what the hell is this? Right? And it's like, but then I hated it, but then I started listening to it. No, I think I like this. I think I do like this. And like everyone knew what it was, but me, I was like, oh, wow. It blew my mind, like you were like in, if you knew this song, like, oh yeah, it's a really cool song. I don't know.
Just kind of your experience with Jennifer as well.
Yes. Yeah.
Blew your mind, Valerie.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, Valerie.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, just like our friend Smidge. We have a friend named Smidge, and he actually introduced me to a lot of cool stuff like The Cure and stuff like that. I'd never heard The Cure before. This is like 1988, 1989.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just like very eye-opening stuff. Like, wow, man, I never heard this stuff before. All I heard was like top 40.
Have you guys ever gotten in trouble after a show?
What kind of show?
Just like after your kind of
Miles does
podcast.
these drag shows, and I
Do you
Bob
do
does a
drag
dog-
shows, Miles?
Bob does a donkey show.
Okay. Not something I would recommend, but definitely if you're in
Oh, wait.
yes,
Yeah.
we got lots of
This-
trouble after shows.
This jerk made fun of my mom. Okay.
Holy
Bob.
moly!
And you made fun of my mom because she had like her eyeliner tattooed.
Yes.
And we did a show where you're like, oh, that old bat, she's going to be dead pretty soon. Why is she getting that done? You know, she's an old bitch, you know.
Right. I didn't call her bitch. I said she's an old
Well,
bat.
you wanted to. You wanted to. And so I relayed this to my mom, and she goes, you tell that son of a bitch that he's an asshole. Right? So like the next week we did the show, and that was my story. I go, hey, Bob, you know what my mom had to say about you? No, what, Miles? You're an asshole. And this guy literally cried on the air. I mean, he was like literally in tears, like,
I didn't mean to hurt him.
yeah. You were brought down that day, my friend.
Well,
You
your
guys ever
mom's very
been-
domineering, so.
Have you guys ever, like, you guys do some interviews? Do you do quite a bit of interviews out there in the podcast world?
We try and have tried to do interviews over the years. Probably my most famous get, because Miles does nothing. I mean, if you haven't figured that out yet, he's very good at talking. I
He's
will tell
playing the
you that
role.
he's got a personality, but as far as motivation, not much.
Pretty low.
But I had landed us an interview with Will Wheaton.
No, I'm out. I'm hanging up right now. I hang up.
So I used to, I don't do this much anymore. I used to include Miles on all my correspondence when I was trying to get something. This is pre-podcasting. So you have to imagine there was no podcasting. There's no Adam Curry and any of this stuff. This is pre-podcasting. We're doing our show on a weekly basis. I reach out to Will Wheaton because I had been reading his blog at that point and had interacted with him a little bit on the blog. I said, Will, we're doing this audio thing. We would love to talk to you about your blog, right? Not so much, I didn't want to, because at this point in time is before he wrote his book, I believe. And so he was really doing this blogging thing. And he didn't really like talking about his career.
Yeah.
At that point as a child star.
Yeah.
So he goes, yeah, I'll talk to you guys. That sounds fun, right? All set up. All of a sudden, Miles wakes up. Do you want to take it from here, Miles? Or do you want me to tell it? Or?
I would rather not. I defer to this.
He wakes up for some reason.
This is going to sound bad. Okay, this is going to sound bad, but it was done as like experimental comedy. Okay, just deal with this. Okay.
Am I supposed to continue?
Yeah.
Continue.
Let's continue.
Yeah.
So he fires off this email to Will Wheaton because I have his email and I included him as a CC, right? So he goes, hey, Will, when you guys were on Stand By Me and you had the scene with the leeches where you had to pull down your pants and everything, who was it? Something like who had the biggest wiener or something? Was that your question?
What?
Well, I can't remember exactly.
It
Was okay.
No, it sounds bad, but it was just like an experimental comedy thing.
Yeah,
And
sure.
let me just say, Will Wheaton was having none of that.
Oh, he
Yeah.
wasn't. He wouldn't even.
He wrote back, I'm not talking to you MFers ever again. Don't write me anymore, you bunch of pervy. And I'm like, fuck, what the fuck are you doing? He was gonna be on the show.
Is that the first time you've ever had a reaction from somebody that you reached out to? Because they know they must know that you're
A
a
negative
comedy
reaction, yeah.
Oh,
No, they
wait.
don't. They don't ever listen to the show. That's why we get
see?
people to come
Wait.
on.
Wait. Can I just tell this real quick?
Yes.
A long time ago, I didn't know this. This guy, this other jerk you're talking to, he has been talking to a guy named Mr. Skin who basically has made his career out of like finding like the naughty parts in movies and the kind of like, telling you where they're at and who's in them and
Yeah.
right. And
Yeah,
so I had no idea
scale.
what was going on, right? And so my kids were really little at the time, and my wife and I had gone out. We got a babysitter, this and that. And I come back, and the babysitter's got kind of this weird look on her face. And she's like, "Yeah, this guy called up named Mr. Skin, and wanted to talk to Miles." I'm like, "Okay, I'll take that from here. Okay, thank you."
Oh my
Yeah, this poor teenage girl. She doesn't know. She's like, I gotta go. Like now. Bye.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Yeah, this jerk had told them to use my number, right? Use my phone number. He doesn't tell me any of this. And Mr. Kid is trying to track me down for an interview. I'm like, oh my God.
Did you guys ever get him?
Yeah, we did. He talked to him. It was great. We actually Miles will actually utilize it. We got a free year on his site, and Miles utilized it quite a bit, I think.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see
He's
that.
like, he's not gonna comment now.
Next song.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've had other people on, but not. Will Wheaton was probably our most A-list person that did not want to have anything to do with us. Yeah.
I think that's hilarious. But they should do a little bit of research, right? To find out what your show is about. Like, you probably get people reaching out to you a lot.
No, because then nobody will ever be on.
Yeah.
No, yeah, we don't have a tremendous amount of guests. If we have a guest, we usually seek them out more or less. Every once in a while, we'll have people that seem really interesting that we'll have, but most of the time it's the other way around.
You guys.
So.
Yeah,
we're extremely lazy.
Yeah.
You're way more enterprising than we are.
Well, I was just playing Moni Moni. I'm going to play it again just in case you didn't.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear it.
Okay, it's all good. So I'm thinking that's Bob's song.
Here we come time. Yeah, Money, Money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that was a good song. That was my a heavy drinking song. Yes. It would be at the bar, and they would put on Moni Moni, and then I would probably have drank too much already, and then I would do stupid things.
Dirty part of it, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, get laid, get fucked.
What do you say with the dirty part there? Everybody says something different. What do you say?
Hey, what? Get laid, or get laid, get fucked. Was that it? Yeah, get laid, get fucked. Yeah.
We say, hey, motherfucker, get laid, get fucked.
What?
So it's a little more.
Why do you have to bring people's mothers into these things?
I don't know. It just happens.
That's way dirtier.
Right? Like if you're drinking.
That's like Howard Stern business.
Right? It'd be fun to have on the show.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Moni Moni was a big deal at 21, I guess, at the bars.
So, Bob, what is one thing
in Canada? You drink 18 or something. So
yeah, in Alberta it's 18. Well, most provinces are 18. In BC it's 19.
Yeah.
What's that? Bob, what is one thing you wish Miles would do more of? Right?
That I wish Miles would do more of?
Yeah. Just be.
Well, I wish he would have more initiative, but he doesn't have any. It's not going to happen at this point. So, do a few things. The problem would be, he would be like, "Hey, I have a great guest lined up," and then it's like some kind of Satanist or something, and I'd be like, "I'm not talking to them." That's what would happen.
Oh my God. Have you guys ever been asked on a show any weird or interesting question that you're like, that's kind of an odd question to ask?
That's a good one. I don't know. Miles?
I don't really do other people's shows, so I don't know.
No, on our show, has anybody asked us a weird or interesting question?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
See what I'm telling you?
I was thinking about that.
He's on his tablet. He's probably looking at pornography.
Playing Jenny Crush.
Yeah. I was having a soapy wank. Sorry.
Soapy wank.
Let that marinate. Gosh, I don't know.
We're not too closed off for questions, so I don't think I've had anything that's totally, thrown me back too much.
Yeah.
I had this girl on this show a couple weeks ago, and she's a pop singer, and the guy asked her where the weirdest place she went to the bathroom. Isn't that kind
what was the answer?
She's like, what, like, I don't know, like on the side
on
of the
somebody else
tour bus. Like, I don't really know what you're like trying to get out of here. Like, what? I was like, that's a.
I was at a old. I hate going to public restrooms, so this is a question for me. I was at a gas station where literally I was taking a whiz, and there was no plumbing connected to the urinal, so it was just going onto the floor and then going down into the drain.
You don't have troughs? We have bars that have like troughs, and you just.
Well, this is like a gas station.
I
So
can't do that. I'm too pee shy. I can't.
yeah, I don't like the trough too much.
I know. I can't. I can't.
Gross. It's
I
gross.
cannot perform.
Can't perform. What are you doing at the trough, for Christ's
Yeah,
sake?
no
I
doubt.
can't. I can't. I get weird, man. I have to have privacy, no matter what it is.
Quit
Do you
looking!
think
Don't look
people
at
are,
me!
like, do you think people are staring at your wiener, or what? What do you
I
think?
do.
He
I
knows
do.
they are. He is so attractive. That's why he can't turn on his camera.
Like a-
He is
like a
so
man from
goddamn
the bush.
attractive. He's angelic.
You ever hear of the Elephant Man?
Wow.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I don't know.
He
I
looks
just
just
I
like
weird,
him.
man. I have tried to use it once and I couldn't go, and then I'm like, like everyone's gonna
Then,
think like,
then everybody thinks you're weird because why
Yeah,
are you
like-
standing at the trough and
You're the
not
only dude
peeing?
in the stall with the door peeing.
yeah, that's me. I cannot. You even mentioned that now. Ugh.
All right, next.
Where was her answer for the weirdest place? Now I gotta know. Oh, we start
Here it
playing
is.
this song. Ding, 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 ding. Woohoo!
We used to play that song all the time at the bar when I worked at the bar, and then throw the napkins when they did the woohoo. It was like,
Oh, who had to pick him up?
well, the cleaners did at
The
the end.
sweep it.
That was
Oh,
our
those poor
closing song.
bastards.
Like, get the fuck out of here. We're done. No more alcohol beans.
I'm sorry, Charlie. You gotta sweep all these napkins up.
Was that at Hooters?
No, I wish.
With that Hooters.
I'm it's a little personal. I'm sorry.
Twin
Yeah.
Peaks, isn't it? Twin Peaks in
Twin
the
Yeah,
US?
there's Twin Peaks is another one. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Yeah. Miles used to work at Packers, but he was too shy. So.
So whose song is Blurred? Song 2.
That's mine. I love
Is
that
it?
song.
He's
Yeah.
like dominating you, Miles. Like,
Well, because he didn't turn anything in. This is what he
This
does all
lying
the time.
son of a bitch. He goes, give me 2 or 3 songs. I'm like, okay. And then I see his list got 15 songs. I'm like, you are a jerk, man.
He's
You
so
are-
lazy. I mean, you know, he barely could text me these songs.
You are a lying jerk.
Miles,
Am
do you
I?
feel- do you feel like Miles? Do you feel like Bob is hurts your feelings a lot, or
Yeah. Yes.
yeah?
Is this going to turn into a therapy session?
Because you know why? Because I tell him everything about my life. He knows I'm an open book. But him, there's like chapters I've never been in yet. You know what I'm saying? This is like, he could be like, oh yeah, I was once an astronaut, but I never told you. I would believe it. I would believe it because he's just like one of those guys that this does not bring you into his world. And like, no,
Mm.
no.
Sounds like you guys might need couples therapy.
Am I? I know.
No, we don't need any therapy. Come on.
Yeah. Come on.
He needs therapy for things. You know.
Oh, I didn't say that, but
Miles, what's the most daring thing you've ever done?
Probably being here tonight.
man, man, what would that be?
Well, I think it had to do with that accident in high school.
Nah, yeah.
It didn't turn
Hold
out
on
very
here.
well.
No, that was stupid. No, I don't
Did
know.
you got in a bad accident in high school?
I did, yes, my senior year, yeah.
So
Right
what
after my
happened?
birthday. I was in I was a passenger in the front seat of a Jeep.
Yeah.
And it was a 1-car accident, and we slid and we hit, there was like a line of trees, and we hit the very last tree sideways, right where I
Wow.
was sitting. We wrapped around it like, and I don't even remember that. It's like,
Wow.
gone, wiped out.
What kind of
Wait,
injuries
can I
did
ask you what you were
happen?
doing prior to wrecking the Jeep and the tree?
I remember we were all at a friend's house, and we're like, okay, well, we're gonna go to another friend's house and eat all their food or something. I'm like, okay. And
No,
I
you
remember
forgot the, puff, puff,
Oh, you were smoking
wink,
some pot?
wink.
No, that was the year before. Actually, there was no
Oh,
drugs or
okay.
alcohol involved in it. No, the year
Oh,
before
I thought
got.
you were. I thought you
No,
were.
that was the year before I got into my 3-month drug binge. But yeah. Yeah.
So
much
what kind of
drug.
injuries did you get from that, Miles?
Oh, you're gonna mention your injuries?
I had a lot of internal bleeding,
Okay.
and
My spleen.
I guess I came in. I don't recall saying this, but I kept saying I broke my back. I broke my back, and what would happen was I broke. If you look at like your hips, kind of like wings a little bit.
Yeah.
I broke one of my hips. I broke like
Oh,
the tip
Jesus.
off it. And so I missed like a whole month of school, and I actually graduated like using a cane, basically. Yeah.
He's like
So,
Evil Knievel.
yeah, I was. I was like a hero, actually. Like, Miles,
Got
dude.
pinned together.
You probably got a concussion pretty good too.
Yeah, it's just I've got probably a day or two just like wiped out.
No, luckily his chins stopped him from getting a concussion.
I was kidding. No, I had like my favorite, like cool stuff. They cut off all my cool stuff I was wearing, man. Jeez.
That's crazy. Was it a jean jacket or a flannel shirt?
It was a cool shirt with a zipper on it and stuff. Man, it was like black.
Like Michael Jackson? What are you talking about?
My glove, they cut off my one glove. Yeah. No, I don't know. It's just, I remember it was like my cool shirt because my mom and dad kept it.
Yeah.
And what's funny was I was looking at it. I go, what's this? I realized because I've been missing like a piece of flesh off my hip. It was stuck to the shirt and had dried.
Oh, great.
Because it's like a quarter size piece of flesh that I'm missing like off my hip, like, man, like where the hell is that?
Buffalo Bill go, I need that for my suit.
All right, we're on your last song, Bob. I think I'm assuming it's Bob's song, but maybe we'll get Miles to describe why Bob loves this song.
Okay, let's see.
Okay. All right, Miles, why does Bob love that song?
He probably doesn't even know the song, to be honest with you.
I have no idea what that song is.
Supermassive black hole.
Supermassive black hole.
Here,
is this because
you'll know this?
Okay, wait.
You'll know
Wait,
this.
Oh no! Hey, this is better. Are you ready, Steve?
And
yeah.
So Miles, is that yours? I'm pretty sure that's Bob's song too.
No, it's Bob's
that's
song. I was wondering if that first one was the one he would play because he would like have sex with girls like in a rock quarry quite a bit. That was like your
that song wasn't out at that time. Sorry, Miles.
What was it called? Black Hole Beauty or something? What was that?
Yeah, Black Hole Sun. No, that's a different one altogether.
Supermassive black hole.
Supermassive black hole.
Yeah.
Well, I think he lived it, so
So I want
The
you
Ballroom
guys.
Blitz is the best one. Ballroom Blitz.
Why do you love that song, Bob?
Because just listen to. I know we can't play the whole thing. Listen
I feel
to
like
it. It's
you
a
can drive
driving
to
rock
that
song.
Yeah.
It is. If you want to get
Totally.
something done or kill someone, play that song.
You need to get escape a murder quickly, right?
Yeah.
Pick up the body.
You're,
you can do that
you're
really
on
fast.
the run.
That's right.
It's a great driving beat that you can flee. You can flee from the scene.
I love it.
I'm a little disappointed. I'm just going to say this, but
Okay.
I thought Bob was going to have Groove Isn't in the Heart.
By D-Light?
Yes, because he lived in this apartment that was across from this bar, and like every 10 minutes they would play that song. I swear to God, it's like,
Oh.
Groove's in the Heart.
I used to love that song.
I'm like, God damn, it's on again.
We played that at the radio station. What are you talking about?
I
No,
love
but
that.
yeah, that bar across, they played it all the time.
What was the name of that bar? I've been trying to remember the name of that.
Bob's Bar.
It was the one across from my apartment, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
was it T-Birds or I don't know what it's called or something.
What was it called?
It wasn't T-Birds, was it?
No, T-Birds was down the street.
I don't know.
I can't remember the name of it. I distinctly see the neon and everything, but I cannot remember the name of the bar.
I remember the song all the
that.
time.
Yeah.
You guys, I want you to spend a couple minutes just telling, our fans where they can find you. If you
Oh,
have
my
anything
Lord.
coming up, right? Just promote the shit out of yourself a little bit.
We're
Who
going to
wants
be
to
at
go
the
first?
Argosy Casino on April 1st. No, I'm just joking.
I'm going to come there just to see you guys.
We're going to be at the Black Bear Lodge in beautiful downtown Toronto.
Are you really?
No, I wish we would. Here, let me throw this out. I'm throwing this out to the world. It's not even on our show. It's on Music Junkies, which is much larger audience. You know, I've always wanted to have Miles, like, we should just go on the road and do this shtick for the audience, right? And he never wants to do anything. He's like, no, my recliner will miss me tremendously. You know, I'm like, no, we should go out. We should do something. You know, it would be great. Doesn't want to do it. So I'm putting it out there that at some point we should do that. We should go someplace.
That would be a great idea.
Don't you think?
I do. I think it'd be awesome.
I always wanted to do, so we do a show. It's got a horrible name now. I'm talking to other people now. It's a horrible name for a show in hindsight.
What is
But
that?
we just call it the Static Show, but it's staticradio.com. And you can look up Static Radio and you'll find there's us and a band from New Jersey called Static Radio, oddly enough. I don't know who was first, but we have the domain, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I always thought we should just go do the show from someplace else.
I think it'd be really cool. Just
and
like,
be on stage and have, you know, bar stools, and then we just be basically, you know,
dirty
talking to each
old
other.
Bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly,
It'd be awesome.
yeah. Maybe we could have a table in between so Miles can write his notes, his copious notes.
We'll do it at Modine's.
Where's Modine's at?
Yeah.
And then we record it and it becomes the show. But then there's a live aspect of it, you know, where we can, you know, maybe do answer some questions or just make fun of people in the audience.
Yeah,
or,
that'd be
you
a
know.
great idea.
So we could throw out a question like, hey, where's the weirdest place you ever took a dump? Because, you know, we'll just steal that question, but I'll twist it and say dump. See?
I think it's a good idea.
Instead of just go to the bathroom. I
Need
took a
to go do
dump.
that. So where can our junkie fans find you? Just go Google Static Radio.
Sure,
Is
you
there
can do
any
that.
Pictures of you guys out there that we get to see. What's the deal?
Miles has got naked pictures, I know, because he's an exhibitionist. I'm surprised he's not showed you his belly at this point in the talk. I mean, you know.
Do you want to see that?
Yeah, let's do it.
No,
Push
he's
it
got
up
a
on the
big
camera.
he's got a big scar. He's got a
Nah.
he's done chicken out. Show us your
God
hip.
damn, show us
You're
something.
missing hip patch.
All right, hold on.
Show us a, like,
Oh my
a
God!
arm
Don't
or
please don't. You don't want to see this and that,
Let's
please.
do this. Don't be
Let me
scared
tell you,
about
the other day I
don't wanna
called him up.
show my boobs.
So you don't show your moves. That's disgusting. The other day, you know, we have a regular time we record, and we've done this for years. And every time I call, he's not there, and then I have to track him down half the time. The other day, I call him, and his camera comes on, which normally we don't look at each other because we can't stand it. But and I'm looking up at him like from low. I'm looking up at his face, right? Guess where he was?
In the
Just guessing
bathroom.
that.
in the bathroom.
He was in the bathroom. Yes. He's answered a lot of times. Well, he always, for whatever reason, whenever it gets to be the time that I'm supposed to call, he has to go to the bathroom. And so then he goes in the bathroom, and then I'm waiting. And this time he answers while he's on the toilet. I'm looking up at his disgusting face. And I'm like, where are you at? Oh, I'm in the bathroom. You son of a bitch.
It's you in those awkward
But
positions.
you should tell. Yeah, well, who knows what else is going on. But
Well, thank
Miles,
you
you should
guys.
tell us about our social media stuff. What's your
Yes,
TikTok?
come on, Miles. Throw some ambition in us.
Oh, I was trying to get this. Hold on a second.
Oh,
Did you see? Oh my
it's happening.
God. Oh my God.
That is like brown sugar.
Oh my God.
A lot. That's like a child.
It's like an alien.
It's
It's like an alien. It's a chest burster.
show you my episiotomy next.
Oh my, look at that scar. Oh my Lord.
Jesus.
Giggle.
Looks like a cat that's
Crazy.
been dissected.
See that?
Really bad shave job.
Oh my Lord, this is disgusting.
Uh,
So
Right,
if you
Miles,
can
tell us
imagine,
your-
oh my God.
Tell us your socials. Where can we hunt you down and stalk you guys?
Now we lost him, I guess. That killed the internet with his nasty belly. I mean, that's the kind of stuff where there's like these depraved dark sites. That's what's on there. Well, he has a TikTok for us somewhere. I don't know what it is because I don't get on TikTok, but we're on Facebook. We're on Twitter, Static Radio, staticradio.com, staticradio.net, staticradio.org. We've got them all.
Everything Static Radio.
Come and have fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Well, thanks you guys so much for joining us today on Music Junkies. It was super fun. I wish I could see your guys' faces. I will see them one day. We'll have you on the show again and you guys will. I'll get belly shots.
Oh my Lord.
What else?
You wanted,
Don't encourage him because you're going to get more than you want. I can tell you that right now.